Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Britney Griner. She called me this morning and said, "Hey, Steve, you have the best podcast I've ever seen, and I've been watching all the way in Russia." That's exactly how she sounds, based off of the photo I've seen. Anyways, shout out to everyone who chose to tune in live right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We are 33 minutes late, whatever. Shout out to Grog, One Frame James, Paul Miranda, Day, One Frame James, Meatball Head, Bruce Wayne, Grog, I Love Rain, Desert Rat, Lollipop Game Girl, LOL. Bruce Wayne, Venus Dietraps, did I say everyone's name? Paul Miranda, Day, Meatball Head, Football Head, Helga Pataki. Appreciate you guys being here. Last week we had an extra long podcast, almost as long as my dick. But, not there's not enough gigabytes on the internet for me to have a podcast anywhere near as long as my actual dick. But today's podcast will probably be a little bit shorter than the last one. We're going to talk about some skateboarding, talk about some movies, talk about some chicken, and we're going to do our first article. We haven't read an article in a while. It's about Britney Griner, which we haven't discussed this at all. I mean, it's come up during the weekly streams, but we haven't really discussed it, and I don't really know much about it, so let's read. This is from CNN.com. WNBA star Britney Griner has been released from the Russian detention. From the Russians. President Joe Biden said Thursday. There's no way Joe Biden said that entire sentence. There's no way without like dozing off in the middle. Britney Griner. 2 words. Anyways, Griner was released in a prisoner swap. So I didn't know this was a real thing, that we could swap prisoners. I'm sure you guys have seen the memes. It said, this is the first time a WNBA trade has ever made the news. Ha 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 ha. I also saw one that said, they get a murdering... Russia gets a murdering arms dealer. We just get Joanna Man. Oh, dude. The people that make memes are having a great week this week. Anyways, Griner was released in a prisoner swap that involved Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. The exchange, however, did not include another American that the State Department has declared wrongfully detained. She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home. Biden said at the White House, blah, 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 after months of being unjustly detained, which I think that's kind of funny. Unjustly detained. I don't like the idea. Listen, I'm not a political guy, okay? I'm really stupid when it comes to a lot of stuff. I feel like in Russia, they're allowed to have Russian laws, and in America, we can have our American laws, and the American laws don't really fucking matter in Russia, and the Russian laws don't really fucking matter over here. So let's say, for example, if there was a law against drugs in Russia, even though there are some drugs that are allowed in America, I feel like you should be allowed to get in trouble. Also, here's my thing. Like, when I walk into like the airport, just any old airport, not international, any airport at all, I immediately feel like, oh shit, make sure I don't have, I don't know, a knife, gun, drugs, screwdriver, anything that I know that they would not appreciate, I don't even bring it in there. And that's before I even get on the plane. That's just walking into the doors of the airport. So imagine going to a whole nother country and being like, yeah, dude, I definitely brought the drugs. I got them in my backpack. Drugs in Russia. Like, I don't know. It's I'm not saying this chick should be locked up and forgotten about, but I am saying that you gotta, some of your actions have consequences. I don't know. Whatever. Unjustly detained, held under intolerable circumstances. Intolerable. What? Like what? Britney will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones. She should have been there all along. Maybe she'll be rich. You know what it is? This is actually going to be like a good story, I think, for her. You had a terrible vacation in Russia, but now you come back, you're like a celebrity now. People are going to give you money. You're going to be woman of the year. You're going to get a Nike commercial. You're going to be fucking rich. All because you brought drugs to another country. Like, all is the way it should be, right? And Russia, they got something out of it. They're murdering arms dealer. So everyone's happy in the end. Although I did read on a meme, I'm not sure if it was actually true, I got it from a meme, that there's some guy from the Marines that's been locked up in Russia for 4 years. Joe Biden forgot about him. I guess maybe we need more murdering arms dealers. That way we can like two for you, 2 for us, 3 for you, 3 for us. Whatever. Oh, Biden says this was not a choice of which American to bring home. Sadly, for totally illegitimate reasons, Russia is treating Paul's case differently than Britney's. And while we have not yet succeeded in securing Paul's release, we are not giving up. We will never... Anyways. We'll never give up. That's annoying, I guess. The story's not that interesting. But it happened. I was always under the impression, and maybe I'm just naive, I didn't think like trading prisoners was a thing that happened. Right? Like, we see all these movies where they're like, okay, if you give me a bunch of Taco Bell food, I'll release 1 prisoner. And then they bring the Taco Bell over, and then the 1 prisoner goes out, and they're like, well, if you give me a plane to Mexico, I'll release 2 more hostages. It's like, well, fuck you, dude. I thought that was usually what they do. We will not negotiate. I thought that was a thing that people say. Instead, we're out here playing Go Fish with these fucking human beings. I don't know. I'm stupid. Whatever. Maybe it's always been happening like that. You know what? You know what this is? It's empowering for women. I guess. Because I know that if I was locked up in Russia for bringing drugs, no one would care. In fact, scooter riders would celebrate all across the world. They would dedicate an entire week to celebrating. Kids wouldn't go to school. Everyone gets the week off. Jobs. No one would have to work. The government would give out free money. They would just be celebrating that Ninja Lifestyle's in Russian prison for drugs. But if you're in the WNBA, hey, we're trading arms dealers for you. Could you imagine? Just joining hands. Ninja Lifestyle went to jail in Russia! Blow out the candles. Yay! Fucking world hunger solved. Oh, man. So, Skater of the Year. Something actually important to talk about. Skater of the Year, Tyshawn Jones. Did you guys see? I think it was actually on the Thrasher Instagram. They showed him. I'm going to catch a lot of hate for this because I'm probably going to make more jokes about it throughout the next week or two. He did a backside flip over a flat gap. So it's just a basic skateboarding trick that, everyone can do after, 2 or 3 months skateboarding. You probably learn how to backside flip, right? Well, Skater of the Year did one. Failed it for a couple hours and then landed it. And then he gets Skater of the Year. Meanwhile, Nyjah, just because Nyjah dresses like a fucking goofball, he's not allowed to have it. Listen, I don't want to do the whole arguing about skateboarding because it makes me feel like it's a waste of my breath to talk about skating. Like, well, this guy deserved it more. Well, this guy had pants that were weird. Well, this guy goes really quickly when he skates. Well, this guy rides for Nike. Well, this guy rides for a Spitfire. Meh, 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 meh. That's what chickens sound like to me in a chicken coop. Just noises. No, no chickens are ever gonna achieve any, like, they're not gonna find common ground. They're not gonna, like, discuss world events. They're just clucking. That's how I feel like when I talk too much about skating. I just feel like I'm clucking. And here's the thing. A lot of people are upset that Thrasher does a vote if they're not going to listen to the votes. Why vote? Like, why even offer a vote? Why not just show a photo of everyone who might be Skater of the Year, and then at the end of the week you just decide? Or even put it in one of those baskets and spin it around, close your eyes, and then reach in and pull out a paper, and you're like, oh, it's Tyshawn Jones. Come on down. I feel like, first off, can we all agree that Nyjah put out probably the greatest skateboarding part that's ever been made? And even though he faked one of the skate spots, it was a 12-minute fucking video, I believe. He faked one single spot. But I think I kind of don't understand why people hate on Nyjah so much. And I was one of the first to do it. When he was a kid, I have a whole video just calling him out, saying he looks weird, looks like an alien. The way he kickflips is terrible. The Tic Tacs are awful. Just looks bad. Tricks are basic. He was way overhyped even when he was younger. Everyone's like, well, he's the best skater that's ever existed. He's so young. And it's like, well, a lot of young skaters are good, man. Especially these kids coming out of, like, Japan nowadays. Oh, konnichiwa, motherfucker. These kids are good. And they're young. But the thing is, people are going to hate on Nyjah. Now he's corrected all that. Nyjah listened to me. He said, wow, that Ninja Lifestyle guy talked shit on me when I was a kid. Now I'm going to become the greatest skateboarder powerhouse that's ever existed. And he did. And skates good now. Skates nollie, switch, doesn't tic-tac, kickflips look normal, jumps down giant shit. And it's not enough. You want to know why? Because Tyshawn did a flat ground backside flip one time and switch ollied around a table. Switch ollied next to a table that was sort of under him at the time, but not quite under him. Kind of like to the he diagonaled a table one time. I just found out about that conspiracy a couple days ago. I read a comment by Rob Brink, who's I think he's on Weekend Buzz, and he does a lot of media stuff. He's been in skateboarding forever. He mentioned a scenario he had where he was talking to somebody and they were trying to set up a deal, like a promotional deal, an advertising deal for who was going to become Skater of the Year, but they were doing it months in advance. And him being in the meeting, you know, this isn't a guy that would lie. This isn't like some 17-year-old lying about kickflipping a three-stair. This guy's been in the industry for a long time, and he mentioned it. He said he spoke directly to Phelps about it, type shit. And it was like, it's all like everything's planned and timed for a certain reason, and not in the simple sense of, oh, all the video parts come out at the end of the year. That way they're fresher in your mind, so you can vote for them. No, it's even deeper than that. As far as like who's gonna pay for the next line of advertising for this guy that we have pre-chosen for Skater of the Year. I think more is going to come out about that in the next couple of days. I guess coming from me, it's just speculation because I don't really know what the fuck I'm ever talking about. But I don't know. Kind of interesting to think about. Also, here's what I do in my life. Okay? Here's what everyone does in life. It's like fishing. You go out fishing, you put the bait on the hook and you cast it, and then you wait for a little while, and then you say, oh, there's no fish here. I'll go somewhere else. Maybe I'll try a different bait. And eventually, the fish start biting, and you say, oh, found a good fishing spot, and you stay there. And you go there next time. And that's your spot because you're always catching fish there. Well, I made one joke about T-Funk and his weird arm steez. And I'll tell you what, dude, I found the mother of all fishing holes. Because every fucking 9-year-old who dresses like a fucking loser suddenly broke down in tears. My DMs right now, I probably have, as from like, let's say the past 6 days, I probably have 300 unread DMs. And they're all people crying about T-Funk. Because I made one fucking joke. That, you know, it surprises me how little effort it takes to get people to start crying. Especially skateboarders. I've said for years, skateboarders are the biggest fucking pussies on earth. I've said it. Okay? And I stand by it. Especially now. Especially now. All you have to do is be like, I don't even have to call you a bitch. Right? Like, I can walk up to a kid, hey, you're a little fucking bitch. Your fucking shoes are weird and you're ugly and your mom doesn't love you. And they'll be like, oh, whatever, dude. He's fucking old man. But if I walk up to a kid and I say, T-Funk has weird arm stees. His arms wiggle weirdly. They're gonna go, you don't talk about him like that. You wish you were him. You wish you were him. Oh, you'll never be. Yeah, I have to bring a life jacket everywhere I go from these flash floods of tears because I don't want to be swept away. I could get caught in a storm drain from all these fucking tears of these kids. Like, can you imagine defending someone so hard that you've never met? And I didn't even say anything offensive. I didn't say, oh, I didn't say he sucks at skating or he's a little dick or anything. His arms look weird. No, they don't. It's because he's going fast. The kid has weird fucking arms. Okay, that's all there is to it. I don't mean to hurt people's feelings. Okay, but listen, if that guy's bombing a hill, don't be anywhere near him because he's gonna weirdly slap you with his fucking drunken mastered fucking taekwondo that he's trying to do when he goes skateboarding. Oh, it's just, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep talking shit about him until the DMs stop. I'm gonna keep it going because people. My goal online, right? Like especially when it comes like money, more views. Okay. In a perfect world, I would just be like saying all cool, like motivational shit, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, ninja lifestyle." I go learn a new trick, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're old, and you're like still skating, and you're learning new tricks. Cool, good for you, man." And then they'd click my videos, and the world would just love me, and I'd be cool. Or I could make fun of T-Funk's fucking arms, and get 50 times the amount of like engagement. So that's what we're gonna do. Next Friday. I'm probably gonna work on it on Tuesday. I'm gonna make a full. I'm telling you guys right now. Go ahead and steal my idea. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna make a full part of me pretending to be T-Funk, and I just want you guys to get ready for what's about to happen because it's. I hope you got your rain boots. I hope you guys are ready to batten down the hatches because these kids they are very sensitive. When you talk shit about their favorite skateboarders. So funny. Anyways, if you guys don't know anything about skating, I realized some of that was kind of vague. It's a skateboarder that when he skates, he makes his arms go weird. That's it. Like, there's no debating it. His arms look fucking weird. The internet, I say he does it on purpose to make tricks look harder. But then, I put so many memes the other day. I put the same people that thought Liver King was completely free of steroids. Those are the same people that think T-Funk's arm steez is real. And then I always wonder who falls for those Nigerian email scams. Like the Nigerian prince is going to give you $1 million. Like, who would fall for that? And I'm like, oh, the same people that believe T-Funk's arm steez is real. Who here still believes in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy? Those guys also believe that T-Funk has good steez. I gotta make more. Dude. The people don't like it. Oh, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna go through my DMs in a little bit. I'm gonna start screenshotting them and just reposting them. You guys know I got kicked off YouTube. I got a community guidelines strike for reading angry comments, for reading comments that were bullying me. I just, like, people are like, Ninja Lifestyle's fucking dumb and fat, and he'll never tail whip. and I would screenshot it and then put it on the screen and go, oh man, can you believe that guy's bullying me? And they reported me. I was reported for bullying for reading hateful comments about myself. So what happened was the people that left those mean comments saw me laughing at them and then reported it. like what kind of backwards world do we live in? Anyways, we're gonna go right back down that path on Instagram. I'm going to screenshot all the people crying about T-Funk and just repost it. And all I'm gonna put is the crying laughing emoji, and we're just gonna watch. We're gonna watch what happens. Social experiment. It's a prank, bro. We talked about this website Cameo, which is a website where you can like pay money for celebrities or sports athletes or even like random internet people. You pay them to say something to you, like happy birthday, you like a secret gift for your husband, like happy birthday. I know you've been a fan of I don't know, the Golden State Warriors. I'm Steph Curry. Happy birthday, dude. And then like they do shit like that, right? You pay them to do it. We went through the website the other day and it was absolutely depressing because some of these random ass like internet people, like some people we watch. We watch these guys who do cooking shows, people from TikTok. I was amazed at the prices. There are people who are famous for, I don't know, like making food and laughing, like, I made food on YouTube. And you have to pay them $1,000 for them to say happy birthday. $1,000? This is beyond like narcissism. This is offensively bad. $1,000. I was gonna put myself on there for $5, and I already thought that was too high. And that's not like a self-worth thing. I know that I'm fucking funny and cool and interesting. You know what I mean? But it's a fucking birthday shout out. There's really no reason any of them should be more than like $40. All right? Who's the most Kanye West? Who's the no, not Kanye. Who's another most famous person in the world? If Elon Musk, I would not pay Elon Musk more than $40 to wish a family member happy birthday. Or who's famous? Kim Kardashian. $8. All I got. $8. Kim Kardashian can wish me a happy birthday for $8. They got people on there that all they do is dance on TikTok, and they demand $1,000 so that they will speak to you. And then you got my first thought, and I know it's not the best comparison. My first thought was John Cena's out here visiting fucking autistic kids on a daily basis in the hospital for free. No cameras, no paying anybody, just being nice to people. And then you get random ass TikTok star. I'm gonna need $1,000 or else I'll never acknowledge that you exist. Oh my God! I think people. I don't know. Do I just think people are worthless? I feel like we're like I've said it to you guys before. The Earth is just a bunch of like ants, right? We're all just ants. We're just crawling around to our anthill and go and get some food, go back to our house, and then we die in the blink of an eye. Like, you know, people die. 100 years goes by, 1,000 years goes by, 1,000,000 years goes by, and there's just bones and dust and shit. None of those bones are worth $1,000 for a birthday shout out. I just don't get it, man. It's annoying. Why do I care so much? I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna sign up, and mine's gonna be for $5. I will say whatever you want for $5, unless I'm not gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Ninja. I suck dick." Although, I mean, I've already done that, so clip that if you need to. That one's on the house. But I mean, I thought it would have been funny. We never did this. I never got around to doing it. But I've heard about things like this in the past, and I wanted to get a bunch of pro skaters to all mention that they were riding for Cake Muscle, and then do like a compilation like, "Hi, I'm Paul Rodriguez. I'm happy to be a member of the Cake Muscle team. They've turned me pro. I quit Nike yesterday, and now I'm 100% riding for Cake Muscle. Like, here's $5. Thanks, dude. I remember Terry Kennedy got kicked off Baker many years ago, and I made a video saying, Terry Kennedy, if you want, like, there's a spot open on Cake Muscle. It's fucking a joke, right? It's hilarious. Oh, bro, the comments, he would never ride for your company. Okay, kid, I know. That's where the joke was. You missed it. You missed the whole thing. Is that just what my life is? People just not understanding my jokes? You guys know I put out a video today, and I'm fairly certain that half the people that watched it didn't understand where the joke was. I'll explain it. I put out a video today of me skating at a skate park. And it's one continuous line with a bunch of cuts. And no one noticed. A couple people noticed. But in the background of every single shot, there's the same guy, my friend Troy. I placed him strategically in the background of every single shot, hoping that people would notice and laugh and go, ha, that's funny. Like, it's like, where's Waldo? Oh, we got to find where's the guy in the background. And the video came out great. And a lot of the comments are just saying, wait, there's too many cuts. One of the comments said, too many cuts. He had no idea what the purpose of the video was. No clue. Still felt the need to criticize it. Had no idea what he was even looking at. I don't know. All right. Well, I bought a full chicken, and I'm going to shove my dick in it later. I'm gonna portion it out and try and make stock today. But the timing's actually not really that good because my friend Nick is having a barbecue, so I gotta cook this fucking bird, man. I gotta cook it today, but of course there happens to be a barbecue on the same day that I want to cook an entire fucking chicken. We're gonna portion it out, though. I saw on YouTube that when you buy chicken thighs or chicken breasts or drumsticks, you pay a higher price than if you just buy the whole chicken and cut it into pieces. Like significantly more. Like more than double. Like my entire chicken is $10. I get 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 drums, 2 wings. The price of those individually, that'd be like $25. I got it for $10. So I'm gonna let you guys know how it turns out, and we'll get to that next week, and then we can all do this. We can all save some money because of me. You can take all that extra money that you got because of me, and you can donate it back to me. If you want to. Trivia. You guys want to win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack? I would love to win one. I want to put the sticker on my laptop. Okay. Simple yes would have been fine. All you have to do is answer the trivia question correctly. And you have to live in America too, because I'm not sending this shit to Britney Griner in fucking. Is it Griner or Grinder? Griner. I'm not sending it to that bitch in Russia. You will win 4 stickers. Here is the question: how many stars are in the solar system? How many stars are in the solar system? I tried to fact check this, and it was not easy. Would rather don't know the money to dog or the drinking funds. Exactly. Paul Miranda says, the Milky Way. Get him a Milky Way. Dick Maximus says, all of them. 23 Blue Dude says, 1, 2 damn many. Paul Miranda says 1. 1 star in the solar system. I don't know. Listen, I don't know how that makes sense. Because when I go out there and I look up like this, and I see them. I see a bunch of them. But the answer is 1. Listen, I got the proof right here. 1. This says there's only 1, right? There is only 1 star that has been ever observed in our solar system. And this other trivia question says 1. How that's possible, I don't know. Okay? I don't know about what's the Milky Way. I don't know none of that shit. I don't know what's the galaxy. Who is the Milky Way? Who? He owes me money. I don't know. The answer is 1. Paul. You can send me your address. You are the winner. Everyone else who answered with something that seemed like a normal answer, for example, 3 trillion and 100 billion, those seemed like they'd be right. So I don't know. This would be a question for Kanye West. He 100% knows the answer to this. I know that. In fact, Siri, call Kanye. Just kidding. My phone's in the other room. Okay, we talked about the chicken, the old spatchcock. Spatchcock. That is going to be my OnlyFans name. Spatchcock. Can you imagine? That's my porn name, Spatchcock. Dean Spatchcock. Or James. Leroy Spatchcock. Leroy Spatchcock at your service, step brother. I watched some movies on Netflix this week. Bullet Train. It was a corny movie, Bullet Train. It was, who's that guy in it? Brad Pitt, I think. He was in it. It's a fun watch. It's a fun watch. It's not a serious movie. It's a fun watch, and it has a lot of twists. You know, it's one of those movies where you start to think you got it figured out, and then you don't. And then you're like, oh, well, now I got it figured out, and then you don't. And like, oh, well, what about this? I think maybe the story's going this direction. Twist! It's twisted you! And I liked it. So if you guys are looking for something to watch, a lot of action, fighting scenes, and a lot of not knowing the direction of the movie, I like that idea. Bullet Train. It's on Netflix. Also, there's a lot of like, I guess this is in every action movie. You ever see these action movies where the guy gets stabbed 40 times and then gets shot 8 times and is still able to do like a full like karate routine at the end? Man, there was a movie. I think it was Lone Survivor, where one of those guys got shot 478 times in the movie and it's still like just battling. Like, God, we still got him. I'm like, bro, you've been shot. And the amount of ammo that is been in your body and out of your body and may still be in your body, you would have gained 40 pounds. There's 40 pounds of lead in your body. You really don't, the karate scene, you know what I'm saying? Kind of goofy, but that's what happened in Bullet Train. People were getting shot left and right. You know what movie I always think about is End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. There's one scene where they're getting chased from like 2 guys with like AK-47s. And during this single chase scene, maybe 9,000 rounds of ammunition gets fired. And at some point you're just like, how are these 3 gang members where's all this ammo coming from? That AK has just shot 6,000 rounds without any reload. Do you know how heavy all that ammo would be? They would have to each have 2 backpacks on and a wheelbarrow. But yeah, like, I see movies like that and I just think of that. It's crazy. It's crazy that no one had the oversight to be like, let's add, you know what? I know they've fired 600 times. Let's add 1 reload scene. Or even like just the noise. Or how about a pause in the action? So maybe they go, let's pretend that somewhere on this timeline, like they went into their bunker and they grabbed more ammo. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Flubber Fludge says, and they don't even hit a single target. That's the best. And sometimes it be like that. Anyways, Bullet Train. I thought it was a fun watch. If you guys see it and you're bored, give it a chance. Now, I watched another movie. Don't ask me why. It was under like trending, so I clicked it. Where the Crawdads Sing. It's a movie, dude. I don't know why they named it that. Where the Crawdads Sing is it's kind of like a drama. It reminds me a lot of like a Disney Channel movie. And maybe it is. Maybe it's a Disney movie. I don't know. Where the Crawdads Sing is about this chick who lives in a swamp, and she just keeps having problems. I don't want to give away the story. Lives on a swamp. Everybody in the town hates her, but a couple people like her. But everyone's making up rumors about her, and all this other shit's going on. Who knows? Who knows? And then she's on trial for murder, and you're like, oh fuck, what's happening? And then it turns out she's like an artist, and all this other weird shit happens, and there's a love triangle going on. I enjoyed it, but you know what? Sometimes I'll see a movie and it'll say PG-13, and I just go, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, dude. I need some cocks and some tits, some rape, some guns, headshots, violence, racism. That's the movie I'm trying to see. Every once in a while, though, every once in a while, I click one that's PG-13, and sometimes you get lucky. So it's sort of a, maybe it's the type of show you could watch like with a kid or something. Like most of the movie, Bullet Train, maybe no kids need to watch that. They're not gonna understand it. Crawdads Sing, maybe that's not really a kid movie. You know what it is? It's just a feel-good movie. How about that? Maybe it's not a kid's movie. I swear to you guys, though, I'm doing a terrible job of describing it because there's no like plot. There's like, you know, a normal movie is like, oh, I have to get from point A to point B, or oh, I have to get enough money to achieve this, or oh, I have to save the person from this thing that's happening. This one doesn't really have like a linear plot like that, but whatever. See, now I feel like no one's gonna watch it now. You know what? Fuck that movie. Never watch it. It's a piece of shit. It was okay. It was a good movie. That's it. That's the whole podcast. I don't have anything else on my notes, dudes. It was not a eventful week. Oh shit! There's one more thing I forgot to tell you guys. Although most of the regulars here on Twitch already know. Last Friday, I won some money on a slot machine. I won the most money that I've ever won before. I won an amount greater than any amount I've ever... I'm just kidding. I won $1,400. $1,400 off a 20-cent bet. Ding, 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 ding. I still got a lot of it. Look, look, motherfucker. I still got a lot of it. Look at this. There's 3 of them. I'm supposed to have significantly more. I think they might have fell. I swear I got more of it. Okay, I didn't just get home with only $300. I think it fell between the crack right here. Anyways, $1,400 is no chump change. And I was thinking, what do I want to buy? I was like, okay, buy some guns, buy some gun accessories. And I was like, you know what, dude? I just got the gun safe. I don't need any guns. I got every gun I need, right? Big guns, small guns. What I could use is some more tattoos. So next week we're probably gonna get tattooed. Really excited about that. A lot of the times I decide not to get tattooed because I'm like, well, first off, because I'm a little bitch. I cry. Oh, it's hurting me. Stop it. Stop, Ron. Stop it. A lot of it's just money. I'm always just like, dude, if I go in there and I have to pay $400, I'm going to fucking cry. But you know what? You know who's not going to cry? Me. Because I'm a big girl. And I got big money. I got big bucks. So that's good. Face tats. You guys know my my rule for the face tats. If I am ever in possession of $1 million, face tat time. But until then, no face tat time. We gotta get that money first. So any day now. I did just see recently someone donated $70,000 in cash to Amaranth. So if there's any Saudi princes out there watching Ninja Lifestyle, preferably and hopefully not masturbating, feel free to send me some money. $70,000 in cash that'd be okay with me. That's one step closer to the face tattoo. We should get a little donation bar that goes across the screen. Just this much until face tattoo. I'll have to stream for, 5,000 years every day. Anyways, that's it for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Can I get a hell yeah from everybody in the chat? Everyone who made it to the end of this presentation. I appreciate you guys. If you tuned in late, don't worry. The podcast rerun happens on iTunes, on Podbean, and on YouTube on Sundays, and I applied to get on Spotify. Am I on Spotify? I don't know. I didn't follow up on the email. It said you've been approved, so I don't know if I have to do something else. If anyone has Spotify, go find out if I'm on there or not. Stop Crying Poser is the name of this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Shout out to Paul Miranda, Snorch Carp, Day Day, Infamy, Meatball Head, Desert Rat, Bruce Wayne, Low Key, Geiges, Grog, Homeschool. That's it for the podcast. Venus Dye Traps. Oh yeah, we got some donations today, didn't we? Shout out to Venus Dye Traps for subscribing for 22 months in a row. Shout out to Barrel Full of Games, another Las Vegas guy, another fella from the old Vague. 13 months subscribed. And Snorch for the 70 bits. I appreciate everyone who sends money and supports and subscribes. If you're not able to send money, go get a job and then send me your first paycheck in its entirety. If you're not able to do that, because perhaps you're a felon and you can't get work anywhere, then here's what you can do. Tell a friend about the podcast. The more people you tell, the more people will watch, and we'll be that much closer to the Saudi prince giving me $1 million. So that's your responsibility. Go tell a friend about the podcast. Anyways, we are going to continue streaming, so don't go anywhere. But as far as the podcast, that is the end of it. So, hope you guys have a great weekend. And as I always say, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. Skater of the Year's rigged. It's rigged. T-Funk sucks.